Hello, testing 1 2 3. Don't know whether you guys can see me or not. Okay, cool. Right, so thank you guys. This is I don't really, yeah. I'm supposed to do a live stream yesterday, but then I had something on. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm thinking to do the live stream every one day of the weekend. Yeah, so ask me anything okay, so I'm gonna talk to myself for a while until somebody joins me. There's only one. Hi, welcome guys. Okay, so today, as per usual, I'm going to create the Learn Flutter app. So this is where I left off. Yeah, so right now, there's a couple of things that I want to do for this live stream. So the first thing is that we want to, I guess, emulate on how people will react to clicking on, your buttons on the app itself. So I guess it's a little bit from my experience so far, right? Usually this thing, let me copy and let me delete this whole thing then. Copy this, paste, should paste below, but never mind. Yeah. So usually buttons will start off like this to signify that there is nothing that's going on. For example, like that, 0, 1, and both are 1, 0. Right, so it's like default has this kind of like interaction here and there. So at the same time, let me click this and maybe place it like that. Right, so in the end you see this app as such. So alignment blah blah blah. So if you were to click one of the buttons, right, then you will probably have it to be filled up with a color. So what we can do is we can copy this. What's this challenge here? What's the challenge here? You might delete this. So you copy this screen and then paste it just beside, right? So if you were to, like, for example, let's change this into question, then answer picked, for example, right? So if you were to have an answer picked, then you will have, for example, this will be filled with the color, something like that. So if I were to choose this first one over here, oops, like for example, if I were to be in this screen, if I click on alignment 1-on-1, the first answer, it will look something like this. I guess this is a little bit dark, so I'm thinking to make this white, so let's put this as white. So that's how it's supposed to look like. Yep. So for example, if I were to click one alignment 1-on-1 of the first answer, it will look something like this to signify that it is chosen. There's a lot of ways for you to do or signify that it's been chosen, but I guess this is a nicer way, and I guess it fits a color theme. Yeah. So how are you guys doing? Welcome to the live stream. I've never really planned this ahead, but yeah, it's just me throwing myself into this live stream without any schedule or whatnot. So I probably will create a schedule, but for now, yes. Can you please make a tutorial about add to favorite page with provided SQLite? Add to favorite page. So Sahmir Zali, add to favorite page with provided SQLite. So I mean, this is a very generic kind of question you really ask me with local JSON, not dummy data. Yeah. So if the thing is that when you guys ask for tutorials, right, whether it's in the live stream or whatnot, I will take note of it. But it's in the end my decision. So definitely just throw me any ideas or videos. But most of the time I will see what is trendy, what is helpful, to a large amount of people. So yeah. But don't stop, giving me suggestion, because sometimes I do create videos about what people want, so a lot of times people ask like what state management you should use, all that. A lot of people want me to do about block or qubit or whatever, right? So it really depends, because for me, I will see what is valuable and helpful for you guys. And I believe that having a provider tutorial, because using change notifier is something that is already inside the Flutter library and is convenient enough lah. But anyway, getting back, if I were to answer back, right, use local JSON, like it is very specific to your use case. Probably provided SQLite. I've never tried SQLite or Hive before with local JSON. I have no idea what you mean by local JSON. JSON is an object, whether it's local or not local. So yeah, you gotta be specific, or I don't know what you're talking about. Anywho, so if you want to save a page, you can either save in a database, local database, on a specific page. So probably a page has an ID, you save it as under your users object, and then inside the user object there is a favorite page field, and then you put in the ID of your article or page or whatever. So that's how I'll do it, from the top of my mind. So I'm not gonna do a tutorial unless it's really something that I want to do. Okay, so next, so the next thing, right, getting back to this live stream on designing this Learn Flutter app, is when I choose an answer, there's either two situations that will happen, whether you have a correct answer or a wrong answer. So how do I design a correct answer response or wrong answer response? So sometimes I will go other people's app. What is it called? Brilliant. So from my previous live stream, I always say go Brilliant. I'll use Brilliant to see how they do stuff, because I love their app. It's pretty cool. So let's dive in. So like you see it's something like this, pretty simple. See, like you could see their UI and UX. Like once you select something, it gets highlighted lah. So, and I like the difficulty also as well. So I might there's a zooming in function. That's cool. So for example, if I were to run through a question, and if I were to submit, right, hopefully it's incorrect, then there is an incorrect below. All right, so that's great. So you have incorrect below, and you have the answer highlighted as such. Right, cool. Retry. In this series, when I'm going to create this Learn Flutter app, I'm going to use provider, because that's the one I'm very familiar with. So I'm not going to use any other state management framework or such. Okay, so this whole Learn Flutter app live stream, it's a journey on how you actually create an app. So I guess from my observations, right, a lot of like Flutter developers or developers just develop without designing it. So they don't really have a place to have reference from. So that's why their designs inexactly intuitive or very easy to understand. So by just designing very simple like stuff, you are able to see like how it is, and then at the same time, right, it's actually giving you a skill when you want to work with designers, because designers, they don't really see how a developer sees design. So if you were to do some design, then like, oh, you're missing something. For example, my previous job, there isn't like a screen that says incorrect, or like an error kind of like design. So we have to come up with our own design, which then they say, oh, it's not into the design that we have. Then I'm like, you never create a design. How am I supposed to know, that kind of thing? So that's why when you create your own designs, you know that, okay, so if I have an error logging in, I must have a design for to show that the user that, oh, you have an error logging in, that kind of thing. Even though it's just a simple window or pop-up window, right? It's better than nothing, because for a developer, if you want to speed up the process, it's better that we develop rather than thinking of how the design should look like, or should, that kind of thing. Yeah, so I would really recommend you guys to design, whether it's ugly or not, doesn't matter. It's more towards the process on how you are going to get things right or not. Okay, so getting back here, so answers pick, I'm going to change this into answers. Let me double click this. Answer, wrong answer lah. Question, wrong answer. So I have no idea how you're supposed to, what do you call this? Type your title on top, because if you see properly, I don't know. For me, I just like, okay, this is the what do you call that? Screen. Then this is the part of the screen, and this is what's going to happen. Yeah. I don't know if it's correct or not lah, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so if you guys in the live stream ask me anything, I will try my best to answer every question. So yeah, hopefully I've answered all of Sahmirzali's question. So now I'm going to put in the error, not error lah, but like incorrect. So they have an answer at the bottom as well, so I have to create that as well. So if it's one flow, then I think maybe I should make it one flow as well, I guess, because in the Brilliant app, let me look into the Brilliant app. Yeah, so I guess when you're designing stuff, you don't really have to like come out from scratch. You can just copy people and see how it goes, and there's really nothing wrong with that. So just incorrect. Oh, so they put the incorrect on top, and then you continue. Oh, okay, sorry, incorrect. Depends on the show explanation. There's another window. Interesting. Right. So it's incorrect. It hovers on top. Okay, that's really on your face, but it's like I don't know if it's hard. So what from the mobile app itself, what it does is it actually puts like on top, saying that, oh, it's incorrect. So yeah, it's a little bit hard to do. I don't know if this is easy to do or not, but if I were to do like incorrect, interesting. How do I make it say that this is incorrect? If I were to go down, but that's not the point. Maybe wrong answer, correct answer. Do I have correct answers? Yeah, so how are you guys doing? Any of you guys are Flutter developers yourself? Do you guys want to share stories about how you get your Flutter job as well? Because I think a lot of people are trying to find jobs, especially Flutter jobs. And for me, maybe I'll share how I got my Flutter job. So it was back in, I guess, 2017 or 2018, where I just discovered this awesome framework called Flutter. And then it was really in the beta stage, so not a lot of people know what Flutter is. And yeah, Google was like experimenting on this framework and such. And then so I just learned when it was not stable. So it was a very I guess exciting journey to learn a beta framework. And then at the same time, I remember that Firestore was also in beta. So I guess there was Firebase database where you could see like the structure of it. And then they wanted to make something more intuitive or easier for people to create. I'm not too sure, but Firestore was still in beta. So Flutter and Firestore were both beta technologies. So for me, I was like, okay, Flutter usually wants to do it with Firebase or Firestore database. Then I just learned it from there. And then after that, I realized when I search on the web, there isn't a lot of Flutter jobs in Singapore. So what I did was I just go to LinkedIn, and then I just put in my description saying that I'm exploring these technologies, Flutter, Alexa, and data science, because I was still exploring what I wanted to do. Then then after that, someone approached me through LinkedIn, who was the founder of a startup, and he was looking for Flutter or people who knows how to code in Flutter. And in the end, we chatted for a bit. So yeah, we meet up, we chatted for a bit, and then he said, okay, why not you work for me? And then so it got started. So I guess I was lucky to find Flutter before it became a little bit more famous now. But in the end, I would say that it is I think if you were to really work hard and at the same time search on how to be more present online to get a Flutter job, then you probably will do it. Okay, so with that said, right, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna say wrong? How am I gonna attach a answer to be wrong? Life no idea. Maybe so right answer, wrong answer. Let me see how Brilliant does it. They highlighted the right answer over here. They make it very blurry. So I guess you can make, you don't need stroke actually, you can just minus a stroke. Then you make the fill faded, then the right answer will have a darker shade of purple, like this. I don't know where is darker, like that, I guess so, right? Yep. And this, how faded? 46%. Okay, then this will be 46 as well, and this thing will be also 46, right? So the answer is, so for example, this is the right answer, 1.0, right? Okay, so this will be faded. Do I say correct or incorrect? Let's see. How are you guys? Come on, guys. How are you, man? Yeah. What are the topics you guys think you wanna, explore more about? Yeah. Maybe I can add, something. Okay, maybe I'll try this, right? So I'll just expand this thing. Okay, a little bit. Oh no, it just, I want to add like a padding on top, but everything is like stuck except for the bottom one. Yeah. Maybe I can make like I just put like this. Then I'll just put in like this. I put here. So this is this will be saying incorrect. Or maybe you got this wrong. Or it's in the middle though, incorrect. It says incorrect, like you got this wrong. Never mind, I just say you got this wrong. Or you were close getting it right, then I know you can get you were close getting it right. You were close getting it right, yeah. Positive enforcement. You know, you were close getting it right, kind of thing, you know. So it's like, it's not saying incorrect, but it's getting it right. So it's like a wrong. You got, yeah, I don't know. Does it make sense? You were close getting it right, yeah. So this is the correct answer. Then at the same time, I guess you maybe I should put another like rectangle. I'm like so lazy. Just put a rectangle here and then put it white. Right there, I just put this here. Oh no. Wait, this rectangle. If I put it here, it will hide behind. Oh no. Damn. God damn. You know, like, yeah, when you're lazy, you just do like this, you know, something like that, right? Yeah. You're close getting it right. Yep. Okay, cool. So should I put show explanation below as well? I don't know. Should I? Show explanation. Maybe, I don't know. Because they did put, like, for example, right, if I were to go here. So you see 50 people discussing explanation. But they will then put the answer here. Seriously serrated. So it's a generated kind of thing. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So maybe the first part I will put in my own like maybe I'll put my own explanation as well. I don't know, should I put my own explanation? Show explanation. Maybe, I guess so. Yeah. But how does the show explanation looks like? Right, so it looks something like this. 71 people discussing explanations. Okay. Discussing explanation. Okay, so you just put there as black and white. Submit. Oh, you can choose and submit. Oh, there's a submit button. Damn, I missed it. I missed it. Which is fine, I guess. Okay. Vedant Yogesh, awesome. Great to have that awesome word. Hopefully you guys are awesome. Yeah, if you have any questions for this live stream, you know, hit me up, you know. If you want to know what this is the Learn Flutter app. Hopefully I can release it. I don't know when now, but hopefully I can finish this design by this week, because I really want to release this app. But at the same time, I want you guys to see how I release this app as well. So yes. Okay, so I guess what they did is they put like your selected one as yellow, because you won't touch the yellow again and then you have the submit button over here. I guess I'm going to talk a lot more on like design stuff, but the coding will come later as well, I guess. But it's gonna be like a very long video if I were to code. Yeah. Yep. So I think what I'm going to do is I kind of have two of the same colors, right? So just going to expand this and maybe just paste it here, you know, put it here, and then yeah. Hey Krishna live, I'm doing a live stream. Ha 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 ha. Yikes! Oh my god. Apologies on that. But yeah. So, what is this text? Yeah. So if you guys have any questions, hit me up. Submit. Yeah, man. Krishna live. Do some live stream, man. Do some live stream. You know, it's good to have some live stream around here. How am I going to make this bigger? Fallen 24. Yes, I've done. Krishna, have you ever done Firestore as a backend? Yes, I've done it before. Yeah, professionally as a developer. Yeah, it's Firestore, I guess you don't have to spend a lot of time. But just one thing is more towards like for Firestore you see raw data, but more importantly it's whether the data is what you expect. So a lot of times is that the users will be like, hey, I've input this data and it doesn't reflect. So it's more towards like debugging in terms of the data. Then I was doing a project and I'm encountering an error with the draggable bottom sheet when I place it inside a silver list. Draggable bottom sheet. Is that a Flutter widget? Let me see. Draggable bottom sheet. Ooh, what's this draggable bottom sheet? Oh, okay. Right, so when I place it inside a sliver list, Flutter slivers. Is there such a, okay, there is such a thing called sliver list. Right, so sliver list. So you're adding, okay, so if I'm correct, sliver list is a dynamic kind of like widget. I'm looking at sliver list. So if you want to put a draggable list, draggable scrollable sheet, I assume that draggable scrollable sheet, right, can only be used in what do you call that? Like a non-dynamic widget, you know. So yeah, size port expand. Yeah, it's yeah. If you were to have a scrollable list with a draggable scrollable sheet, I have never done that before, but I assume that that will have an error because both of them are like dynamic. Both of them are like you are draggable stuff. So yeah, for like if you want to use draggable scrollable sheets, I would recommend you to use it on like a static thing, like for example a sizebox.expand. So this widget will just expand as big as the screen itself because it's from a scaffold body. So this is like relatively static. Then for the draggable scrollable sheet, it will just, you know, come up from the bottom. Yeah. So hopefully I answered that because I can't see, because you have two, because sliver list is a draggable thing, then you have another draggable thing. So putting a draggable thing and another draggable thing is not, it's a no-no. Okay, so Krishna Live, I don't understand how to change database from Firebase Emulator to Firestore when going to live. Could you make a video for that? I don't understand how to change database from Firebase Emulator to Firestore. I don't understand the question. If you can, you know, help me with that? Could you make a video? I don't understand how to change database from Firebase Emulator to Firestore. Yeah, so what do you mean by change database? Because your database will be according to whatever you put it inside the app. So there's no way for the database to change. It's just whether the database is live or not. If you get it, you know, because Firebase Emulator is on the local machine while Firestore is live. So yeah, if you were to say, or you want to put in, if you were to have like preset data in your database, then yeah, you should ask me that lah. Like, how do you put in preset data inside a database? So let me check. Firestore add for example, JSON data to Firestore. How to import JSON into Firestore? How to import JSON data to Firestore? So what? There's no like easy way. One thing you can do is to create like a simple node file, like a node.js file. So you put in your Firebase project, what do you call this, API key, ID and whatnot, and then put your data as a JSON, and then use the Firebase Firestore library, and then just put it in. Yeah, so you probably have to use a not.json. So there's no way for you to put in your data from your Firestore database into Firebase just like that, because the Firestore emulator doesn't hold any data at all. It is a temporary Firestore data. Yeah. And yeah. And yeah, lor. That's all I can say. Yep, I know that. So yeah, Firebase recently launched local emulator to test data before put in real server. Correct. Yep. Yes. So you have to manually put in using a Node.js or whatever, you know. So if I were you, create a .json file with all the data that you need to preset inside, and then after that create a node file to put in everything, because there's no like way for you to do it, because from their documentation you either will have to use curl, or like there's many ways to do it, but if you have preset data yeah, then you have to manually key in yourself. There's no way for you to make the emulator into a live database. Yeah. Alright, so getting back to the design. Alright, so I will have this submit button. Okay, I think this submit button has to be a little bit darker. Something like this. Yeah, okay, yeah. Any more questions to, ask me? And yeah. Okay, so no problem, man, no problem. This is what happens when you have experience. You can answer on the fly. But yeah, so for me, I don't really have experience in UI design. I'm just learning along the way. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Next thing is I want to put in like an explanation thingy. Yeah, so I just put this show explanation. I just put here, make it black for the stroke. Right, black. Well, this is a little bit dark gray. Yep. And maybe not 2, maybe it's 1. 2 is a little bit like thick. Alright, so if you guys have any questions about Firestore or whatnot, hit me up. Hit me up, baby. Hit me up. Show answer. Show explanation. Show explanation. Why gotta do this? Yeah, guys, I mean, the only way for you guys to really like have lesser queries is, yeah, you just gotta go Google and and just figure it out yourself, sadly, because that's how the world works. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's good that you have like this live stream for people to, for me to answer back about the questions and such. So that's why, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so I guess from what I've seen so far, I have to differentiate these two. How? I haven't tried Kotlin before. I'll probably would not use Kotlin as well because I don't have time for that. Yeah, that's why. So I would just choose Flutter all the way, So because I'm so used to using Flutter, that's why. Right. Hey, kind of copied what? Yeah. So that's why I chose. I will use Flutter rather than Kotlin. Because if I were to use Kotlin, I have to learn the whole framework again. I mean, yeah. If I were to create a course on Kotlin, then maybe I will learn Kotlin. But for now, no. I won't probably use Kotlin. Yeah. Okay. This looks weird though. So UI design is also problem solving. Because honestly, this doesn't look, nice. It makes sense. The whole flow makes sense. Like you have like the title, the question. Maybe I should make this into a question. Yeah. So see how it goes, man. Creating an app is not as easy as creating an app is easy, but creating a very good app is not, because you have to think about user experience, how you think the user will actually go through and such. So for me, I will just go to Dribble to see give me inspiration on educational apps, quiz, how to make like very nice quiz apps. Yeah, wow, very nice. Oh, I like this quiz. Quick play now. Pop up, pop up. So many animations. Oh my god. Right. This is time based though. I don't need time based. How about this? Quiz. So programming language course quiz app. Oh, maybe I can do this. AR code UI kit. Thing is, I don't really like too many things in one app, Like it must be like as simple as possible. Yeah. But it's not bad. Next. You have a back and you have a next. No, but then it's more towards like courses. Sorry if I'm talking too much. Okay, Collin's a good immutable class. Dart sucks on that. Other than that, Flutter is very good. Kotlin is good at immutable. I have no idea. Maybe Kotlin's better. I don't know. Dart sucks on that immutable class thingy. Immutable class. Yeah, I mean if Kotlin has immutable feature from the get-go, I think that's good, I guess. But yeah, if I were to be a beginner and if I were to learn immutability, but class, it's another level, so I'm not sure. Yeah, so rank quiz. That's pretty cool. But this is like a 1v1 thing lah. Looks so clean, blah blah blah. It's not what I'm looking for. But yeah, I mean, technology will always change, Kotlin, I mean, there was once where Kotlin was created by IntelliJ IDEA, the company itself. Then after that, Google say we support Kotlin because not everything in Google is like good. not all Google stuff that they create is good, but at least they tried. Like for example, Google Plus, nobody nobody liked it at all because it's so yeah, it doesn't have the functionality of a social media or a good enough one. So but then they created Flutter, which is great. So I like it a lot. Biology, nah, I'm not looking for this. I'm looking for quizzes. How many people around you work in small scale industries? Submit. Da, 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 da. This is nice. This is very simple. I like it. Da, da, da. Scroll. The error message is here. Solid work. The large typography is great. Yeah, I like the typography. Well, there isn't. Come on, guys. Why you fit in so many things in one small screen? You know, so many things. Da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Is future Flutter bright compared to Kotlin? I am as good as flipping a coin. You know, I have no idea. You know, I never knew that Flutter would be this big when I was learning Flutter. But in the end, yeah, Flutter became big and it was great. I guess maybe I put next. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I have no idea. I really have no idea. It's like I say, it's as good as me flipping a coin to see whether it's correct or wrong. Yuppa yuppa yuppa. Right. Nope. Nope. Yeah, so I mean, for now Flutter it's not like the React. It hasn't like been a staple name for cross mobile platform yet. Even though it's pretty good, it's not to the point where companies like, okay, I'm gonna use Flutter rather than React Native. Because a lot of times when companies have a website, they don't want to create another they don't want to learn another framework to build their apps. So it's more logical for them to use React Native. That's why Flutter wants to be in the web space, because once you can do that, then it is a competitor with the React and the JS frameworks. Because currently JS frameworks, you can use like, for example, Vue. You can use Vue Ionic. So Vue is a Ionic Vue. Yeah. So Vue is a JavaScript framework. So if you were to have Vue website and you want to don't want to learn anything else other than Vue, then you can build a app with this. So now it's in beta, so it's coming soon. So yeah, like the one code base for all platform kind of thing. So I would say Flutter is really, really very good in their mobile app. Like it might be, not the like if your company doesn't want a website that has the same functionality as the app, then Flutter will be very good. If not, then React will be good, because you don't have to retrain or hire another stack kind of person. So that's why. Yeah, so I think I really can't find any like answers to the design problem that I have. Yeah, no. Yeah, so I guess like it's more towards the use case of a company rather than like, because I guess it's good to be a fanboy or a person who follows the tech, but it's better if you were to be more, I would say, agnostic, meaning that you don't really use one technology for everything. You choose the technology that is right for the situation. There's like a saying: if you know one technology, you will be like a hammer, and then you see everything as nails. But sometimes you need a screwdriver. So that's why. So for me, most of the time, I will only just use Flutter for mobile apps. Yeah, Flutter Web is great for like very simple web pages, but not for, very complex kind of thing. And until like maybe Rive can, prove me wrong. So Rive dot beta.rive dot app. So this is like the only thing that can change my mind to say that, okay, so if I were to um, build a very functional kind of website using Flutter, and if their beta is like as close to a very fast website, then I will like probably do it, because I really like Rive. I guess their unique selling point is that you can create animations that are very small and performant, because sometimes animations can be very janky, and doing this kind of functionality is really great. Like honestly, for this it's a little bit laggy, but they're using WASM, so it's good. How to put banner ads in list view builder dynamically? No idea. Because banner ads, there's probably a widget about it, so you probably have to find it. Yeah, Filament web and desktop. Yeah. I tried like a Flutter desktop before, but it wasn't so great. It was a little bit laggy when I tried to like resize the thing, the Windows desktop thing. Yeah, so it wasn't very good. But yeah. Yeah, I think this is like best case, because that's what Brilliant does. Do this. Yeah, you have this submit and then you have this circle to signify difference. Let me think what I can do. But I think that's the simplest way. If I were to do other ways, then it will be very not so great. I mean, this circle, it's a good indicator that this is the answer buttons, and then this is the submit button as well. So I guess it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes you gotta win some to lose some. Is this 17? Like, okay, is 46 a lot? No. What's the width? Oops. Sorry if I didn't choose you guys. Oops. No, 46, 28, 28. So I'll make this 28. Oh, okay, 28. Can you deploy a Flutter app with GCP without Firebase? Yeah, so you guys really have to buckle up in your questions. So what do you mean by GCP? Like, what do you mean by deploy? Because to deploy a Flutter app in the mobile space using the App Store, Play Store console, and you are using GCP as a backend, then yeah, it's possible. Because GCP is just like Firebase, but a little bit more complicated. You can create your own like functions and whatever inside. It's a lot more services than you might expect. But as much as Firebase is built on top of GCP. So Firebase is like an abstraction, so they don't, so it's easy for you to just put in the necessary functionalities for you to get things done. So in the end, you can definitely deploy a Flutter app with GCP, because you can do that, but it's harder for you to do stuff because Firebase has like a service for you to do authentication easily, while GCP might not have that. So you have to see how it goes. Radio yeti yudi yo. Yes, I have no idea what I'm saying, but okay, so what I wanted to do is to make this fill up and then put it white, but the answer will be in white, so it has to be a different color. It can be this yellow thing. What's this? Okay. Sorry if I speak to myself a lot, because not exactly a great designer, but something. Wow, this one really copy brilliant, but you know what? Gotta do what you gotta do. It's similar lah. I would say it's not different, but it's very similar. So if you choose this, then it will become yellow. I mean, it's a good, like, yeah, stuff. Explanation. Yep, yup. And then, yeah, I mean, what else can I say? Yeah, okay. So then, if I were to just delete everything here, and then I were to wait, doesn't matter. Then paste. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Flutter is relatively new, so that's why you guys have a lot of questions, which I'm happy to answer. But in the end, I would say that it is really you have to try it to, you know, anything is really possible. I believe it's not like a motivational thing, but it's somewhat some sort lah. Cause sometimes I think maybe this thing you couldn't use it, then in the end you could use it, you know, like for example GCP with Flutter, you know. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, so I think yeah. Okay, so the right answer should be highlighted black darker, you know, like this. No. Yep. And then the rest will be faded. It'll be faded. Faded. (46). Okay, that would be great. And this is also 46. Yeah. Yeah, that does that look better now? I don't know if it's like obvious. Oh, they don't have that. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh wait. Then this will disappear. This no more. Yeah lah, I think. Yeah. I think this is the one submitted. So they already submit. Then this is incorrect. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I'm still designing stuff which ain't exactly continue. That's like continue. Okay. Yeah, so I think this is something that maybe you guys want to play around with, you know. Yeah, so I think it's, yeah, I'll probably have a better live stream. I'm not exactly great in this, but yeah, I should probably have a better live stream. Yes. And yeah, keep on asking me questions while I'm trying to finish this. Yeah. Let me copy this whole thing. Can I copy this whole thing? I mean, how do I? Maybe. Sorry if I'm just like. Then oh no, that's all, everything. How about this? Can I select everything? Yep. And then I move it down somewhere here, and then I'll just put it here. Yeah, man. So just something like this, sweet, you know, something like that. Yeah, you were close getting it right. Woohoo! So I think yeah, just gotta, you know, adjust stuff here and there lah. But you close getting it right, yeah, something like that. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Yeah, oh my god, being a designer, it's real hard if you really wanna be a designer. Kudos to designers out there doing great job. Great job, designers. Great job. Come on, if you were to ask me, hey, should people learn design? Should Flutter developers learn design? My answer is it depends. As always. Got it right. You got it right. Let's do the next one. Maybe I center this. Yep, something like that. If I got it correct, how is it supposed to look like? Good question. Okay, did I have a correct question? I have no idea. I like to, do this kind of like challenges because it makes me learn something. Oh, this is correct. Oh wow, this is such a nice color. My god. I probably need to ask my little brother on how I can make this better. But yes, I can just make this white, so it doesn't really matter. Then this I got this while I make this into this. And no stroke. Then I make this. I think it's okay, right? Yeah. Yeah. Or should I make it white? No idea. Yeah. Maybe I should make this white. Yep. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. All right. So I mean, yeah, you guys are just looking at this is just a live stream of me just coding out stuff. Yeah. If you have any questions, how to find a job, how to be a YouTuber, you can ask me. Yeah. So I guess now I'm left with like show explanation. Yeah. I mean, it's good to have a live stream because you're more concentrated on what you're doing. I guess you're supposed to perform. Correct. You have to correct at the below part. At least you put it on top. Can already continue. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Or maybe it should be a contrasting color, yellow. I have no idea. Should I put it yellow? I don't know. There's so many things I should know. Yellow is really nice. It's like a very neutral color. Yeah. Not exactly great with colors as well. So, you gotta do what you gotta do. Average watch time, chat rate 0. Viewer activity, no super chats. If you guys want to support this, can give me a super chat. Yeah, but yellow. Yeah, most apologies if I look into how the explanation, like how the UI should look like, because I'm just like that. I'm like that. Maybe I should make an explanation in another different screen, which is make sense. Makes sense, yeah. Kind of. I don't know. Yeah. Explanations in a different screen. Explanations on a different screen. But look something like that. Interesting. I have to look at it. If you guys have any questions, you can chat me up and see how it goes. Yep. You have 1 more minute until before I end this live stream. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes, guys. Yeah. This explanation. Might put an explanation below. Yeah, it will be a long scroll though. Yeah, how does it look like in brilliant Android? So if I were to put this Learn Flutter app, I will probably put it on the Play Store because it's cheaper. It's way cheaper. It's so varies with device. Wow. Animated splash screen in Flutter. I can definitely do it. If I want to make a video about it, it depends. Really depends. Oh, interesting. Right. Sorry if I'm just like looking at stuff because I'm looking at the design. Yeah. To see whether I should, design. I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah. It's like an image, brilliant style. Cool splash screen. I mean, there's a lot of ways for you to do a splash screen. You can just make it as its own page, so you can just redirect it using Navigator to go to the splash screen or whatnot. Yeah, but in the end, I think that's like the best way to do it. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, sometimes you don't need a splash screen. You can just have like a loader that covers everything, and then that's okay. Because sometimes if you were to make animations on Flutter, you have to like optimize it, and then make sure that it's optimized to like every device if you really want it that way. But in the end, you just gotta do it. Yeah. Test. Who was that? Ooh. Designers are very talented visually. But yeah, see how it goes. Oh my god, my throat is getting drier by the day. So I think that's about it for this live stream. So sorry if I just didn't what do you call it, plan it beforehand. So I'll probably have to I'm still like planning on when, but I know I want to do one of the weekends. So if I were to do it, I want to do it like consistently, so you guys can see the whole journey of how I do stuff. So yeah, I mean, hopefully the next time we'll see each other, you can see my live coding. But live coding will be pretty boring though. So I think a live stream with, asking questions or interviewing people, I think will be much more beneficial than me just talking to you guys like this. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So right, yeah. Hope you guys have a nice day, man. Take care. Enjoy your weekends. Bye bye.